Hey Space Watchers, and welcome back from Paris. It's day number 2 of the World Space Business Week, and it's day number 1 of the Space Defense and Security Summit here. It's a separate event where defense and security, obviously as the name suggests, is the topic. So we will see over the next hours here, or in the next 2 days actually, panels on defense, on security, on military usage, on dual use, on the integration of military assets, and again, space security back and forth. So today, I welcome you here together with Yvette Gonzalez, my wonderful co-host for this morning. Yvette, your first World Space Business Week, as you alluded yesterday. So tell us, what was your feedback from the first day?
Well, thank you. I didn't allude. This is my first time at the summit, and I had a very interesting, insightful day. I have to say, this is a gathering of a lot of experts that are unexpected. You're bringing together in the room stakeholders from defense, from industry, from private sector, and I think that this is one of those important conversations about being very candid about what's happening in the sector and being very candid about how we're moving forward. A lot was not said. There was a lot of things no one was capable of saying, but a lot within that context. I think we learned a lot about how people are moving ahead very carefully.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so very interesting.
You attended one very interesting press conference yesterday by EchoStar and their acquisition of, by EchoStar sold Spectrum to SpaceX
and AT&T.
Okay, so tell us more about that, please.
Oh, that was really interesting. I have to say, I give them a lot of kudos for being very honest and also a very refreshing, insightful conversation about how that happened, that process. I think it was something that we all are going to be learning from. They serve as a model, really, for facing adversity in a dynamic market. And one of the outcomes of that is that they had to pivot very quickly. And so when they were issued by FCC to have to do this, it was a question of pivoting from the plan they had. They had a business plan, they had an entire trajectory for how they were going to be moving forward, and that had to completely change. And so I think they handled it very well. They have a lot of opportunity ahead, and they do believe that they're going to be one of the largest growth markets. So I'm excited to see what happens. I think they're laying the ground for examples of how to be agile in an industry that's changing daily. Yeah.
Very, very interesting.
Yeah.
So, but let's focus on today.
Yes.
So we will have a guest. You will have a guest.
I will have a guest. So I wanted to introduce Rainer Horn. He will be joining me. Thank you.
And I'm handing over Rainer my mic here. So.
Good morning, Torsten. Good morning, Yvette. How are you?
Very good. Thank you so much for hosting us, for having us. It's been an interesting time so far in Paris, and it's only been one day. So I will just introduce quickly. He is partner and managing director for Novaspace, who is hosting the entire week. I've gone to great lengths to make this an incredible coming together of stakeholders from around the world. And you have had 25 years of strategic advisory work, excuse me, in strategic development, market analysis, international cooperation, and you now spearhead market development and defense activities for Novaspace.
Yes, that is correct, yes. And I'm very happy to co-host today the event here that we have for the first time here in this beautiful premises here in Les Roches, Salon Les Roches. And we're looking forward to welcoming lots of leaders from institutions, military institutions, security institutions, and lots of active and former military.
So as you curated this conversation, what are the expectations you have out of not just today, but of the next few days?
I guess we're providing here a platform where people can have a dialogue, a candid dialogue, speak without press actively there, but it's certainly available inside interviews where they can exchange views, where they can debate topics of geopolitical nature and the growing relevance of space in the whole security and defense arena.
I found it very open, actually, the conversations. It's refreshing to see kind of a candid conversation around everything.
Yes, absolutely, and I think that's why people are here, and we have here representatives from many allied nations and even beyond, also smaller nations or less visible nations are on stage in uniform, and we're looking forward to having an active debate.
You know, and being based out of Germany, I couldn't help to see the contingency here from Germany.
Yeah.
How relevant is that role, and what will it be for the space industry for Germany?
Yes, both for the industry, but first and foremost for German defense in the NATO context. We're very pleased to welcome 3 or 4 high-ranking military leaders to this conference. And I think they will contribute their latest thinking of how they want to work in the NATO context and improve space capability and space posture.
Well, I'm excited
of Germany.
about that. Yeah, no, we're looking forward to those conversations.
Absolutely,
And then for Nova Space, what's ahead? I mean, how do you continue to navigate and support a collaboration amongst these stakeholders? Is there a conversation going forward?
Yes, I mean, our clientele includes international defense organizations, MODs. We're working with space industry who are interested in joining the defense industry wanting to get active and supplement their capabilities with space or space applications. So that's our field of activity in addition to policy topics with institutional companies. And so we're preparing the ground for it, and you will see also in the preparation of the panels that some of our understanding is going into that.
Okay. Well, thank you so much. It is very well thought out. When you look at the itinerary, everything is a really relevant topic. So we thank you for your time, and we're really looking forward to the rest of the week.
Absolutely. Thank you for the opportunity, and thank you for being part of World Space Business Week
Always.
and Space Defense Security Summit.
Thank you.
Have a nice
so
day.
much. You too.
Yeah.
And Torsten, you want to join
Thank
me?
you. Yes, yes, I'm back. Thank you, Rainer, for your opening remarks. So,
Yes.
what else can we expect today? The World Space Business Week on the other side here, a few meters away from here, will continue with a very interesting setting as well. So our colleague Laura Todd will report from there, and this evening you will have the recap by Yvette and Laura from the event. There will be more interviews that we are hosting, and there's another press conference that will be spark our interest. Let's put it that way, because it's with Space 42.
Yeah.
And anything Space 42 in the UAE does at the moment in the space sector sparks interest of the global community
Yeah,
for a good
excited.
reason, because everything is big. And that's about their new joint venture with Viasat. So all about that later this evening or tomorrow.
Yep.
Anything else we missed?
No, that is all we have. I think we're going to have a lot to come to
Yeah.
back at the end of the day, and we'll bring you kind of highlights of what we find out.
So no space stroke for you today because it's a security event.
That never stopped him before.
Yeah, it didn't stop, but I didn't prepare one for you today.
No, but we're good. We're good. We're going to roll into this very comfortably, and then let's see. There's a lot of announcements we're waiting to have. So
Absolutely. With that, Space Watch out.